Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with the Laredo Lemurs pregame show.
All right, Lemurs fans, good evening. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer coming to you live from Uni-Trade Stadium tonight as the Lemurs get ready for the second game of this four-game set with the Amarillo Thunderheads. The Lemurs took a loss last night in the opener, a tough loss for the Laredo Lemurs as they went down 3-0 at the hands of the Amarillo Thunderheads. It was a night where Greg Hawley pitched fantastic, but the Lemurs just couldn't get any runs. Greg Hawley, the starting pitcher for Laredo, ended up throwing a complete game. He went 9 innings, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs. Only 2 of them were earned. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 7 batters, but the Lemurs offense just couldn't get Thunderheads up on the mound. Perez ended up going 5 1/3. He gave up 6 hits, no runs. He walked a batter and struck out 3. And then it was Septimo, Barrett, and Hamrick all came in and shut down the Laredo Lemurs on the board, while Stefan Gartrell hit a solo home run in the second inning. Then a base hit by Logan Vick in the third. He would later be brought home by Jordan Gaida on a base hit that would bring him home, so making it 2-0. And then Juan Martinez, second base, on the error. And then when Rene Leverett came up to the plate, he reached on a single that drove in. Struggling to score runs, including the Lemurs' 12-run out, more runs in just three of their past 17 matchups. So pretty poor output by the Laredo Lemurs offense right now. And the offense has been even more sluggish at home, scoring just 4 runs per game through 24 outings. There's been a noticeable drop in production recently, as the roster has averaged just 3.2 runs over the past 15 games here at Uni-Trade Stadium, as opposed to when they go on the road where they put up 4.7 runs per game. So pretty strange there. The Laredo Lemurs do have a good offense. You look at the hitters on this club, you got some guys batting over 300, but they just can't produce the runs right now. So manager Pete Incaviglia trying to put together the right lineup to get runs out of this ballpark. Speaking of manager Pete Incaviglia, Cameron Songer was able to sit down and talk with him last night after the ball game. Here's what manager Pete Incaviglia had to say.
All right, Coach, 3-0 loss. Just your initial thoughts from this one.
Well, I mean, I thought it was a well-played ball game. I mean, we booted some balls, and, they capitalized with a couple big 2-out hits, and, you got to tip your hat. Their guys pitched very well, and they didn't make any errors and didn't do anything to hurt themselves, and we just we didn't swing the bats. We got to score some runs in order to win, and got to tip your hat. They played pretty well tonight.
Hawley went the distance. Can you talk about your decision to leave him out there for the ninth?
Well, he got better as the game went on. I mean, he didn't pitch all that bad. We booted a couple balls and, gave up a couple hits. I mean, really the only bad pitch he really threw was the home run ball early in the game, and he's been pitching well, and, I felt like he deserved to be out there, and, just in case we came back and, got a chance to score some runs and he get the win because he deserved it.
What does that do for your bullpen looking forward to the rest of this series and also looking at the number of games you've played in the last couple of days?
Well, our starters have been doing a great job, Polarino went 8 innings the night before last, and Lucen went 8 innings the time before that, so our starters are doing their jobs, so our bullpen's getting plenty of rest right now, and, hopefully, we can put some crooked numbers up and, score some runs and take some pressure off these guys.
Now, Geiger followed up a performance in which he had 2 home runs the other night with a big night tonight, multiple hits. What are you seeing from him?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like he's relaxing and settling in and, getting used to his surroundings and his new teammates, and, he's a good hitter, man. I mean, that's why we brought him in here. We knew he was, a very talented guy, and, it's good to see him swinging the bats. Hopefully a few other guys following suit.
Thoughts on Amarillo? You got
Yeah, I mean, they they're a scrappy little ball club. They play good defense. They pitch well, and they seem to have good at bats when it counts the most with people in scoring position. So you got to tip your hat. They're playing well right now, and I think we're tied with them now, and we're gonna have to go out there and prove to these guys that we can beat them because I think they feel very confident when they play us because they played us very well.
I think you had 9 left on in this game. It seems like runs have been a problem at times in home games. Is that strike you as odd, or is there anything that is concerning about that, or is it just a coincidence at this point in the season?
Well, yeah, I mean, runs have been concerning, for a while now. We haven't been, manufacturing runs and hitting in key situations, and you can't really put your finger on it. It's just baseball. Sometimes in baseball, everything's contagious, just like hitting is and not hitting is. And, we just, we got to fight through it and work through it. And, hopefully we'll get things going and start scoring some runs.
That's Lemurs manager Pete Gavilla along with Cameron Songer. We're going to take a break real quick, but on the other side of the break, we were able to sit down today with one of the starting pitchers for the Laredo Lemurs, Matt Lewson. We talked about his no-hitter that came back in July of 2013. That was a lot of fun to talk about Matt, and that's coming up on the other side of this break. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Bill Harrington along with one of the starting pitchers for the Laredo Lemurs, Matt Lewson. And Matt, today we wanted to talk to you about your no-hitter. Back on July 13th of 2013, you were playing for a baseball team in Daytona, the Daytona Cubs. You were in the Cubs organization, and you got to throw a no-hitter for that club. Take us through the day. How did all this come about for you on that very day with the no-hitter?
Well, I remember it was a day game in Dunedin in July, so I knew it was going to be hot. And I spent the whole week kind of getting ready for it, getting a lot of fluids in, eating right. And I think the game started at 10:30 or 11. It was a kids' day. So I got up around 7, ate a big breakfast, and, just drank my water and got ready for the game. And I felt good warming up. And, you can never predict you're going to do that well. But, I felt good going into it. So, the results came after that. So everything went pretty well.
About what time in the ball game did you actually start to go, okay, I'm feeling a groove here. There might be something special going on?
Well, early on, we had our hitters were doing a great job. They were scoring runs left and right off their starter. So I had a lot of time in between innings to kind of sit there and, regain my breath and get cooled down. So probably about the 4th inning, I started feeling really good, really locked in, and just kind of steamrolled from there. And, once again, the lineup was they were hot from the start, and that gave me kind of a good rhythm to go from there.
Now, not necessarily that you have maybe felt that kind of feeling before, throwing a no-hitter is a whole different thing, but have you ever been in that zone before going into something like this?
Yeah, I think a lot of athletes kind of feel when they're in the zone, hitters, pitchers, basketball players talk a lot about, when they're in the shooting zone, and it's just one of those things where you just feel it's confidence. You just feel no matter what pitch you throw, it's going to come out of your hand good. You're going to hit the target, and good things are going to happen. And when you get in that zone, there's not many things that can stop you.
Let's go later into that ball game when you threw the no-hitter. You start getting to 7th, into the 8th inning, into the 9th inning. The pressure obviously is going to build with every single time you go back out on the mound. Talk a little bit about that anticipation of going back out there every time.
I didn't feel much pressure about throwing a no-hitter. Obviously, it's something that at the end of the day, it's nice and it's a nice accomplishment, but you don't really ever go into an outing thinking, hey, I want to throw a no-hitter. You just kind of put together good innings and try to give your team a good chance to win. And when the game started getting later and later, I didn't feel much pressure. I just kept going with what I was doing and, hope for the best and kept throwing my pitches. That was pretty much it.
Can you take us through the ninth inning? Do you remember it that vividly to actually walk us through it a little bit?
Yeah, I remember the last hitter pretty vividly. I threw him. I got over with a fastball, and then I think the last pitch of the game I remember was a curveball down. He popped up to right, and I remember it didn't look like a tough play, but it was a very tough play. Our right fielder made a great play coming in. He got a great jump on it from the get-go and came in and made a running catch. And we dogpiled on the mound. Geiger was actually the first guy to greet me on the mound, so that was pretty cool. And I remember pretty vividly.
What an experience that must have been for you, and I'm sure that's something you're going to carry on no matter how long you play professional baseball. It's something that's going to be in the back of your mind that whole time. What has it been like ever since then, knowing that you have a no-hitter in your back pocket?
It's cool. It's something that you can always have with you no matter what happens with the rest of your baseball career. You always have that and kind of on your shelf kind of thing. It's nice, and it's one of those things that you'll always remember and you never forget, and it's just a nice thing to do. It's a good feeling.
Let's talk a little bit about your career now. We talked about the no-hitter. Let's talk about you in the Chicago Cubs organization. How did that all come about when you were drafted by the Cubs? What was the most exciting part of that opportunity?
The most exciting thing, obviously, getting drafted was an awesome feeling. Becoming a part of the Chicago Cubs organization they're Class A. They're a great organization, and they gave me a lot of great opportunities. And I pitched some great games on some great teams with great coaches and players, and it was an unbelievable experience, and it was something I'll remember forever. Some of the best friends I have in my life are because of that opportunity. So it was just another great thing that happened in my life.
Who are some of the guys besides Dustin Geiger that we may have heard of that you've played with the Chicago Cubs organization?
Actually, the guy that's starting against us tonight, Austin Kirk, he was my roommate for a couple of years, one of my best friends. He got drafted the year before me at a high school in Oklahoma, and we were on a lot of same teams together, same rotation, and he actually threw a no-hitter as well the year before me in Peoria. So, he's one of my best friends, and it's awesome running into guys like that now and seeing them and catching up. And baseball takes you a lot of places, and it's been an awesome experience.
When you were in the Cubs organization, did they ever bring you out to Wrigley Field to actually get to feel, just that vibe that you get walking into that ballpark?
I never got the opportunity. That's something that I wish I would have, but I never did. Everyone talks about how great Wrigley Field is and Wrigleyville, and the fans are awesome to play in front of. I never got the chance, so I can't really comment on it, but that would have been great.
Yeah, definitely. I've actually been to Wrigley Field a couple of times, and it is quite tremendous. Just walking in there as a baseball fan, it is something else. If you've never tried it, I highly suggest that you do so, Matt. To take it up one day. So, how are you doing here with the Laredo Lemurs? Where do you see yourself going in the future here with professional baseball?
I don't know. I've had a great experience here with Laredo. I love it here. The city's great. We got a great team. I'm not really thinking too much about the future, just taking it day by day. And, right now my main focus is to go out there every fifth day and have a good outing and get into the playoffs and hopefully win a championship here in Laredo.
That's Lemurs starting pitcher Matt Luce, and my name is Bill Harrington. We'll be back with more right after this. Yeah, we're going to go right back with more
Miller
right
invented
now.
light
Really don't have a whole lot of time between the first pitch, so we have to go ahead and get on the broadcast right now and go and get you the starting lineups. As you can see, Henry Garcia out there getting his warm-up pitches in right now. So we're just about ready to go here from Uni-Trade Stadium. Looks like we're going to start pretty close to being on time. Logan Vick's going to lead things off for Amarillo. He's playing left field. Corey Bass is going to bat second. He'll do the catching tonight. Jason Martin's going to play out in center field. He'll bat third. Juan Martinez is the second baseman. He'll bat in the fourth spot. Stefan Gartrell will work as the DH. He'll bat fifth. Rene Leverre will play first base and bat in the sixth hole. Batting seventh is Geraldo Valentin. He'll play right field. Tyler Earp's in the lineup tonight. He'll play third base. And Taylor Smart, he's playing shortstop and batting ninth. So your starting pitcher for the Laredo Lemurs, Henry Garcia, up on the rubber, ready to go. And he'll be facing off against Logan Vick. Garcia with a record of 1 win and 4 losses, a 4.50 ERA. making his 15th appearance for the Laredo Lemurs today and his 6th start of the year. So here's Vic into the batter's box, and we're just about ready to rock and roll. Garcia goes into the windup. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. We are underway at 7:35 p.m. Your game time temperature is 94 degrees, and this is the 49th game of the season for the Laredo Lemurs. They'll be number 50 tomorrow. As the next pitch misses just a little bit outside, another fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Logan Vick. Vick batting .315 on the season. The 1-1 delivery. That one's low. Let's make it 2 balls and 1 strike. So just underway, no score. Logan Vick out of Kernville, Texas, 5'11", 205 pounds. He went to Baylor University. The 2-1 pitch. Swung and a ground ball over to the right side. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. So in a lefty-lefty matchup, Logan Vick picks up a single. And that's how the game gets started here tonight. And Corey Bass is going to come up to the plate now for the Amarillo Thunderheads. Corey Bass starting the day batting .267. He's playing in his 31st game of the season. He's got 27 hits and 101 at bats on the year. He's on a little bit of a streak here right now. He's picked up a base hit in each of his last 5 ball games. And he had double-digit hits last time he played back on July 9th against Joplin. He went 2 for 4. Here's the first pitch, and that one swung on and slashed into the stands. Look out over there. Ball coming at you. So foul ball to start things off to Corey Bass. No balls and 1 strike. A runner at first base and Logan Vick. Vick on the year, by the way, with 23 stolen bases, so the Lemurs really have to watch out for him over there. Logan Vick currently 3rd in the league in that category. No balls and 1 strike. Vick with a short lead right now, but he keeps stretching it as the next pitch misses high for a ball. Another fastball out of the hand of Henry Garcia. Logan Vick batting .315 on the year. I mentioned that. Against righties, he hits .328. But against lefties, he's hitting .256. So that benefits the Laredo Lemurs here as he swings through a fastball that's up. And making it a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Bass at the plate. And Garcia will throw home, and a breaking ball misses low and outside. Garcia, by the way, when he's on the mound, he throws a fastball, a curveball, and a changeup. So those are the 3 pitches we'll see out of him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score. Give you the defensive arrangement here for the Lemurs in just a second. The pitch. Low and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the batter, Corey Bass. A base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Amarillo Thunderheads to start off the ball game. Both of them going to the right side of the field. So here's your defensive arrangement for the Laredo Lemurs. Phipps is playing in left, Morrison's in center, Richardson over in right field. All strong arms for the Laredo Lemurs. In the outfield, Silverio playing third base. Medeiros is at short tonight. Valdez playing second and Geiger over at first base. Brian Peterson behind the plate this evening for the Laredo Lemurs. So the Lemurs have their veteran catcher back behind the plate. Not that Luke Bailey isn't a veteran. Just Brian Peterson is a super veteran catcher. So a new batter stepping into the batter's box. Jason Martin coming up to the plate now for Amarillo. Runners at first and second base and nobody out. So in the early going, Henry Garcia in a little bit of trouble, and he'll try to work out of it. Here's a pitch, and that one swung on and missed. So Garcia works ahead against Martin. Garcia bent at the waist, looking in, getting the sign from Brian Peterson. And the kick and the throw home. Low for a ball. Very high. That pulls Brian Peterson out of his crouch. Brian Peterson telling him to settle down, get it down into the zone a little bit. That'll make the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Martin yesterday ended up going 0 for 4. Only 3 runs put up by the Amarillo Thunderheads yesterday, but it was enough to win the ball game. They beat Laredo 3-0. That was the 3rd time in the last 6 games the Lemurs have been shut out. The 2-1 pitch misses in. So the Lemurs looking to put up some runs tonight here against Amarillo. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Martin. Over there at second base is Logan Vick. At first base is Corey Bass. The delivery swung on, and that one's hit in the air. Out into right center field. On the run is Morrison. He'll get underneath it and make the catch, and tagging at second is Vic. He's going to try to draw the throw, but he'll stay at second base. So that'll be the first down of the ball game, and Juan Martinez coming up to the plate now for Laredo. So Martinez, a right-handed batter, 5'10", 195 pounds, out of Oral Roberts University. He's batting .327 on the season. He's got 55 hits and 168 at-bats. He waves the bat over the plate right now. As Henry Garcia looks in and gets the sign, Garcia will check back at the runner at second base. The runner goes. Both runners go. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air into left field. Coming on is Phipps. He'll reach up and make the catch out there in left field, and both runners have to hustle back. So a couple of flyouts for Laredo. And there's 2 outs up on the board here all of a sudden. And now the Thunderheads are at the plate with 2 down and runners at first and second base. Stefan Gartrell's coming up to the plate. So Gartrell, really night and day from what he did in Fargo. When he was with the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks earlier this year, he played in 16 games. He hit .213 for Fargo and did not have a home run. The delivery, a breaking ball, is high. When he picks up with Amarillo, he plays in 22 games and bats .295, and so far he has 7 home runs since Garcia will throw home, and that's a Art Thigpen behind the plate, Lance Sailhammer over there at first strikes. If you've said, yeah, Bill, you've said that before, you're absolutely right. We've seen this crew a lot. Here's the 2-0. Like we see the same 3 umpiring crews over and over and over again. 3 balls and no strikes. I wonder if these guys are just the southern umpires, and then they have northern umpires, and they just try to keep them in the south and to the north. I'll let you know when we get up to Sioux City. Here's the 3-0 pitch. High for a ball. That'll be ball 4 to Stefan Gartrell. So that's going to load the bases, and Rene Leveray's coming up to the plate. So the base is loaded for the big man for the Amarillo Thunderheads. Rene Leveray batting in the 6 hole here tonight. Leveray batting .274 on the season. He has 7 home runs as well. He has struck out 29 times so far this year. So Leveray bats from the right side, 6'2", 280 pounds. Yeah, big man down there. And Rene Leveray this year with the bases loaded. Well, he only has 1 at bat in that situation so far this year. And he went over. So now Henry Garcia down there trying to work some dirt around. Make sure he gets comfortable up there on the hill. Actually, scratch that. He has 5 at-bats and 2 RBIs with the bases loaded. The print is really small. The pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner as Rene Leveray backs out of the batter's box. So no balls and 1 strike. The Lemurs have 2 outs here, trying to get back into the dugout for the first time. No score in the ball game. And the base is loaded for Amarillo. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. A good changeup there by Henry Garcia. Way out in front was Rene Leveray. Leveray against lefties, not faring too well this year. He's batting .212 against left-handed pitching. In fact, you look up and down what the Amarillo Thunderheads have done against lefties so far this season, and it's not good for them. So that might benefit the Laredo Lemurs here tonight with Henry Garcia up on the hill. Here's the 0-2 pitch, high for a ball. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was supposed to be a tempting pitch there by Garcia, but he missed a little bit too far up. Rene Leveray will go for a pitch up in the zone, but that one was a little bit more by his eyes, so one that was pretty easy for him to lay off of. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Garcia. A breaking ball swung on it, high and deep into left field. Phipps is going back. Looks like he's got a bead on it right in front of the warning track. He'll reach up and make the catch. So Leveray just missing one there. And that's going to do it for Amarillo. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We're going to the bottom of the first. Lemurs coming up to the plate. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark. Let's get you the starting lineup for the Laredo Lemurs tonight. They're going to lead off with Ty Morrison playing out in center field. Devontae Richardson batting second and playing in right. Kevin Taylor, he'll bat in the 3 spot, working as the designated hitter. Dustin Geiger's at first base, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Dennis Phipps, playing out in left. Juan Silverio playing third base and batting in the 6th spot. Jeudy Valdez playing second base and batting 7th. Jared Medeiros is the short. 1 hit away from 1,000 career hits. If he can get that here today, that'll be very. Into the batter's box goes Ty Morrison, and we're ready for baseball here in a lefty-lefty matchup. Austin Kirk up on the mound, and timeout was immediately called there. So if you were listening to the pregame show, you heard that Matt Lucen and Austin Kirk are old buddies, played on the same teams in the Cubs organization. A fastball is in there for a strike. So that gets things going here against Ty Morrison. A fastball from Austin Kirk. Kirk on his second team this season. Earlier this year, he played for the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit low. This struck out 3 and walked a batter. He gets Martinez. He'll throw sidearm over enough to bring it in. Here's Devontae Richardson getting ready to step into the six to start the day. He's currently 4th in the league with that batting average, as he'll say to Devontae Richardson. And the high kick and the throw home, and that one is low. When Kirk did pitch, he pitched against Wichita for that one game for Amarillo. And the one giving up 6 runs, 5 of them were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3 in that outing. And he's out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 6 foot even, 230 pounds. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Devontae Richardson. And Kirk peers over the mitt. He'll wind and throw. That one swung on and fouled back. Richardson expanding the strike zone a little bit there. Might have swung at something a little bit up. Richardson playing in his 39th, make it his 40th game of the year here tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. Remember, he was on that 21-game hitting streak. That came to an end in the second game of a doubleheader against the Wichita Wingnuts. The Lemurs were rained out on Monday. They had to play 2 games on Tuesday. The 2-2 swung on, and that's grounded foul. That'll get over by the Amarillo Thunderheads on deck circle. So make it a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Amarillo picked up 2 hits in the top of the first inning. They left the bases loaded when Rene Leverett flew out to left field. Kirk looking in. He's getting the sign from Corey Bass. He'll throw home, and a breaking ball swung on, and that's fouled off again. So here's the defense for Amarillo. They have Vic out in left, Martin in center, Valentine over there in right field. Earps is playing third base, Smart at short, Martinez playing second, and Leverett over at first base. When you say the name Leverett, you have to put a little spin on it like that. So don't just go walking around at home saying his name, like it's normal. You got to say Leverett. As the next pitch misses up. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Devontae Richardson. Wind blowing towards the stands tonight in left field. A little bit different breeze blowing right now. The next pitch is popped up over to the right side. Right underneath it is Martinez, the second baseman. He calls for it, but he has to do a little bit of a lean there at the last moment to his left to make the catch. So 2 down, and Kevin Taylor now the batter for the Laredo Lemurs. No score in the ball game. Lemurs looking to strike first. There's 2 outs here in the inning. Dustin Geiger on deck for the Laredo Lemurs. Kevin Taylor into the box, a lefty-lefty matchup for you. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside. Now, usually, Leftman Taylor's at the plate. He's inside. Kevin Taylor actually batting better against lefties than he does against right-handed batters or right-handed pitchers. He's batting. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a fly ball out to left field. Going back on the ball is Vic. He's at the warning track. The ball is going to be a fair ball. It's off of the wall, and going into second base is Kevin Taylor. A lot of things going on there. The wind was blowing the ball, and it was trying to go foul, but it stayed fair as it landed. And Logan Vick out there in left field had a little bit of an issue trying to get to it. So a double for Taylor as the ball goes buried down into the corner. And now manager Pete Incaviglia coming out. He's going to have a talking to with the third base umpire, Taylor Payne. And I'm wondering if Pete wants to know if that ball went over the fence. That's the only thing I could think of is maybe he saw that the ball went over the fence and it came back into the field to play. And the only person that really had the best angle on that was the third base umpire, and he made a call of fair with his hands spread out. Say it was in play. So manager Pete Incaviglia is all done talking. He'll head back into the dugout. It's going to be a double there for Kevin Taylor. So the Lemurs have a runner on. And coming up to the plate is the hot-hitting Dustin Geiger. Geiger over the last 2 ball games has picked up 6 hits in his last 9 at bats. He has 2 doubles and 2 home runs and 5 RBIs in that time. Runner at second base, and here's the pitch to Geiger. He swings at the first one, pops it up into shallow right center. Going out is Martinez. He's calling for this one as well. He'll make the catch, and that's going to do it for Laredo. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to go to the top of the second inning. No score from here. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this. Integrity, responsibility, service, and of course quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
All right, back to action here at Uni-Trade Stadium as we go to the second inning. Geraldo Valentin coming up to the plate. He'll be followed up by Tyler Earps and then Taylor Smart. So 7, 8, 9 in the batting order in the second inning as Henry Garcia's back up on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs. So here we go, and the pitch. That one is high for a ball. So between innings, I went and took a look at the video replay of the Kevin Taylor quote-unquote double. And unfortunately, the Lemurs lose out because the ball actually went over the fence as this pitch is swung on and fouled back. The ball was down the left field line. It hit on the very top of the fence, the replay showed, and then it hit the gold railing behind it and then came back into the field to play. 1 ball and 1 strike. So unfortunately, there's no replay, of course, in independent minor league baseball as that pitch misses inside. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And it is tough to tell for any umpire going out there towards the left field line and trying to see if the ball actually ends up hitting the railing. But that ball did go over the fence, and it did hit the gold rail in the back, as this one is swung on and popped back into the screen. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Lemurs miss out on a home run by Kevin Taylor. They would be up 1-0 if it was called correctly, but unfortunately, that is not easy to see down the left field line by anybody. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Manager Pete Cavilla did argue it as the pitch comes in and swung on, and that's going to be popped out of play. But he argued it to no avail for the Laredo Lemurs. So Geraldo Valentin, the right fielder, up in the batter's box. So I guess the only thing they can do is really just forget about it and move on, right? The 2-2 pitch. That one is outside, so making it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Garcia has already thrown 29 pitches today. We're in the 2nd inning. Here's the kick and the throw home, and that one is a check swing by the batter Valentin. The home plate umpire at Thigpen rings him up. He said, yep, he went around. So that'll bring up Tyler Earps, one of my favorite names in the American Association. Tyler Earps, U-R-P-S. Earps out of Wilton, California, 5'11", 190 pounds, who went to Old Dominion University. That's where all the old people go when they go to college. Old Dominion. The pitch is a fastball. It's in there for a strike right across the letters where it says Amarillo. No balls and 1 strike. No score in the ball game. And the kick and the throw home. And that's also a strike on the outside corner. Good placement there by Henry Garcia. Earps, he's 22 years old. The 0-2 pitch. Yeah, getting into a good groove up there on the mound right now. He gets the ball. He gets the ball swung on, tapped off the end of the. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. He falls the other way, but he had to plant himself and go towards first base. So 2 down, and Taylor Smart coming up to the plate. Taylor Smart, one of my favorite players to watch in the American Association. Not doing too keen with the bat right now. He's batting .216, but he's a really, really good infielder. I love watching him play third and shortstop, and tonight he's playing the shortstop position for Amarillo. But not only is he special here at Uni-Trade Stadium when we watch him play, but when we go up to Amarillo, and the field is a little bit wobbly there. You can see a bunch of divots out there. As here's the pitch to Smart. A fastball misses outside. The way he plays third and short in that ballpark is super impressive. He gets in front of everything and makes the plays. And it's not easy to do there. Here's the 1-0. Swung on a soft liner. That's going to get over the head of Maderos and into left center field for a base hit. So Taylor Smart extends the inning with a single. Taylor Smart on the year with 6 stolen bases, so the Lemurs have to keep an eye on him. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, Logan Vick. No score in the ball game. We're in the 2nd inning. Corey Bass on deck for the Amarillo Thunderheads. The Thunderheads start the day with a record of 23 wins and 23 losses. They're at 500. The Laredo Lemurs also at 500, but a different record. 24 wins and 24 losses. So the Lemurs have played 2 more games than Amarillo. The pitch, a fastball, misses up to the left-handed batter, Logan Vick. So both teams sitting at the 500 mark. Both teams 4.5 games out behind the Joplin Blasters. Here's the 1-0 delivery. A fastball in the outside corner. The Joplin Blasters, that was a strike, by the way. A fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Need to finish my sentence. But the Joplin Blasters last night, they won against Sioux City. The Blasters had lost 3 in a row. Toss over to first base, and no tag there by the first baseman, Geiger. The runner was back in safely. But yeah, the Blasters lost after losing 3 in a row. And they ended up beating Sioux City, the 2nd best team in the American Association. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball in the outside corner, just below the belt. So making a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes to Logan Vick. So Vick all the way in the very back of the batter's box. He rests that bat on his back shoulder. And Garcia, the lefty, throws home. A curveball swung on, hit well into left center field. On the run is Morrison. He's got this one under control. He'll make the catch, and that's going to do it for the Amarillo Thunderheads. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Lemurs coming up to the plate. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
All right, for the Lemurs coming up to the plate in the bottom of the second inning, it's going to be Phipps, Silverio, and Valdez. So Dennis Phipps to lead it off. Dennis Phipps starting the night batting .341 for Laredo, currently third in the league in hits. He has 63 of those. Dennis Phipps out of the Dominican Republic, 6'2", 220 pounds, and Austin Kirk ready to go up on the hill. So the imposing figure, Dennis Phipps into the batter's box. He'll see a pitch, he'll pop it up into left field. Logan Vick on the run, he's coming in. He'll come in a little bit more and get there and make the catch off to his left. So Dennis Phipps is retired on one pitch, and Juan Silverio coming up to the plate now. So Henry Garcia has thrown 40 pitches for the Laredo Lemurs already. And for Austin Kirk, that was his 17th pitch right there. So here's Juan Silverio. We have the pitch counter working tonight. It's always fun to have the pitch counter working. That way you know how many pitches have been thrown. Austin Kirk winds and throws, and the first pitch to Silverio is up. So 1 ball and no strikes to 1. Silverio starting the day batting .277. He looks at a fastball here. It's right across the letters. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score in the ball game. We're in the bottom of the second inning here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Second game of a 4-game set between these two clubs. The 1-1 swung on a ground ball over to the left side. Cleaning it up, Taylor Smart. He'll make a strong throw over to Rene Leverett. And that's going to be a 6-3 put out in your scorebook. 2 down. And now Jayudi Valdez coming up. Valdez struggling a little bit as of late. Over the last 3 games, he's 0 for 12. So Jayudi Valdez looking to pick things up for the Laredo Lemurs. The last time he got a hit was on July 7th against Wichita in the first game of the doubleheader. He ended up going 2 for 3 in that ball game. He picked up a double and an RBI. Valdez makes his hometown currently in San Antonio, Texas. He'll see a pitch, and that one's on the outside corner. Nope, just missed off the outside corner. Excuse me. I thought Art Thigpen was going to step up and call a strike on that one. His body language threw me off. And threw off the scorekeeper, too. He put up a strike on the board. And the pitch is low. So making a count of 2 balls and no strikes. So Jayudi Valdez, the right-handed batter, as Austin Kirk throws. And that one is up. So now 3-0 to Valdez. So Austin Kirk all of a sudden working on a 3-0 count against Jayudi Valdez. So Valdez here. We'll see if he gets the green light to go after a 3-0 pitch. And now timeout's called. The make some noise sounder to help get the fans into the game went into the windup of Austin Kirk. So the home plate umpire, Art Thigpen, called timeout there at the last moment. So Kirk winds and throws on the 3-0 here. And that's a strike on the outside corner, just a little bit below the belt. Making it a 3-1 delivery coming up next. No score here. Kirk dangles that left arm as Jeudy Valdez steps back into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swung on in a line drive into center field. On the run is Martin. Martin will reach over to his left just a little bit and make the catch. And that's going to do it for Laredo. They go down in order in the bottom of the second inning. We're going to head to the top of the third. Amarillo's coming up to the plate. No score from Laredo.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific Boys and Girls Club. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMIU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMIU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMIU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamiu.edu y sé impulsado.
For the Amarillo Thunderheads here in the third inning, it's going to be Corey Bash, Jason Martin, and Juan Martinez coming up to the plate. Henry Garcia going to get back up on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs with his 40 pitches under his belt already, so he's looking to slow things down here and actually throw a little bit less pitches in this inning. We'll see how he does. Here's the pitch. He throws a fastball that misses outside. Corey Bass was drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies in the 20th round back in 2013. And the 1-0 pitch. A strike on the inside corner. Evens up the count at 1-1 strike. He was drafted out of the University of North Florida. That's in Jacksonville, Florida. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on a pop-up over to the right side of the infield. Jeudy Valdez getting underneath it. At least he's going to try with the wind blowing out there. Might not be easy. He finally makes the catch. And that's the first out in the inning. So Jason Martin, the next batter, coming up to the plate for the Amarillo Thunderheads. Next time the Lemurs will be in Amarillo, it's going to be in August. August 5th, 6th, and 7th. So they're going to be there on a Wednesday, a Thursday, and a Friday. And then on Saturday, they go over and start a series against Grand Prairie. Kind of weird, starting a new series on a Saturday. So here's Jason Martin. Flew out to center field in his first at bat. He swings here and grounds one down the third baseline. It's going to keep rolling for a while. Martin's around first, heading into second base. Phipps has to dig it out down the left field line, and Martin's going to have himself a stand-up double. So Jason Martin on one pitch grounds one down the third baseline, and it rattles around a little bit. And Dennis Phipps has to run it down. Would have been a double nonetheless. If the ball was buried at the wall, probably would have been a double as well. For Martin, that's his 6th double of the season. So here's Juan Martinez getting ready to step into the batter's box. Runner at second base and one out. The pitch. Swan popped up over to the right side again. Valdez is going out. Coming in is Richardson. It's going to be Jeudy Valdez snapping at the ball and making the catch. So 2 down. And let's see if Garcia can be conservative here. He's only thrown 5 pitches so far in the inning. This will really help him out if he can get out of the inning here within the next 2 or 3. So here's Gartrell back into the batter's box. Runner at second base and nobody out. No score in the ball game with 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Garcia fires home, and it's a breaking ball in the dirt. Brian Peterson has it pop right out in front of him. He'll turn around and get a new baseball from the home plate umpire, Art Thigpen. So 1 ball and no strikes to the batter, Gartrell. Gartrell batting .295 for the Amarillo Thunderheads. He picked up 3 hits in yesterday's game. One of them was a home run. One's up and in here. 2 balls and no strikes. When the Lemurs faced off against Gartrell last time, up in Amarillo, the Amarillo Thunderheads had just picked him up. He did horrible except for 1 at bat, the 2-0 pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner. And that 1 pitch was a home run to right field that actually helped the Amarillo Thunderheads win the ball game. It was a bottom of the 8th inning home run after the Lemurs have just tied up the game at 8 apiece. And it was a 2-run bomb to right field. The 2-1 pitch, low for a ball. Making it 3 balls and 1 strike. So Garcia being a little bit careful here with Gartrell. Of course, Gartrell hitting better since then. Like I said, he's got his batting average up to .295. Garcia checks on second base. He'll throw the 3-1 pitch, and that one swung on and missed. Brian Peterson comes out of his crouch looking to throw, but nobody around the bag at second to throw to. Gartrell joined the Red Hawks earlier this year after taking the 2014 season off. He had last played professionally in 2013 with the Gwinnett Braves in the Atlanta Braves system. A breaking ball swung on here and fouled back. No score in the ball. Swung on and a line drive up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Hustling in is Morrison. Around third base is Martin, and Morrison overruns the baseball. So the runner will come in to score. It's a 1-0 lead for Amarillo. And Gartrell with a single and an RBI. For Gartrell, that is going to be his 9th RBI since coming over. Scratch that. His 20th RBI since coming over and joining Amarillo. And Rene Leverett coming up to the plate. So Martin was on his horse with 2 outs, going around third base, and then once Morrison overran the baseball out in center field, it was all said and done. Martin was going to score the run. So here's Rene Leverett, 1-0 Amarillo. The pitch, outside, a fastball. Leverett on the year with 35 RBIs for the Amarillo Thunderheads. He holds that bat high over his head, shakes it a little bit, and he swings here. Hits one high in the air out to left field. Phipps is going back. He's a little bit in front of the warning track. He's got this one under control, and he'll make the catch. That'll do it for Amarillo, but they strike. They get 1 run on 2 hits. There are no errors and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Lemurs are down 1-0. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, for the Lemurs, as we go to the bottom of the third inning, it's going to be Jared Medeiros, Brian Peterson, and Ty Morrison to start things off. Austin Kirk up there on the mound out of Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Amarillo Thunderheads. So Medeiros into the batter's box. He's batting 185 since joining Laredo. He's playing in his 16th game with the Lemurs this season. The first pitch is a fastball that misses up. So here's a little bit about Austin Kirk, the starting pitcher for Amarillo. He was drafted by the Cubs back in the third round of 2009, so pretty high draft pick. 1 ball and no strikes. The lefty throws home, and that is also high. 2 balls and no strikes. And he was drafted out of high school, Owasso High School, I believe is how you say it. Owasso. Owasso? Kirk brings 6 professional seasons to the Amarillo Thunderheads as he throws a fastball here and it misses outside for a ball. He split last season with the Tennessee Smokies in the Southern League. He also spent some time with the Daytona Cubs. The 3-0 is high, ball 4, so the Lemurs get a leadoff walk. And Brian Peterson coming up to the plate. By the way, we've been keeping tabs on the pitch count for Henry Garcia. He ended up throwing 54 pitches by the time everything was said and done. So 14 pitches that inning, which is actually not too bad. That's pretty average. That's what you're looking for, a guy to throw anywhere from 13 to 15 pitches in an inning. It's usually pretty good. Here's Brian Peterson. Brian Peterson, 1 hit shy of 1,000. Let's see if he can get it here in this at-bat or sometime tonight. So runner at first for Laredo. Medeiros with no stolen bases for the Lemurs. We'll see if he tries to take off. He can be pretty quick out there, but has not stolen a base yet for Laredo as Brian Peterson sees a strike on the inside part of the plate. In 2014, Austin Kirk appeared in 39 games. He made 1 start and put up a 2-4 record and a 3.75 ERA. And he got a pair of saves as well. A deep breath and the kick and throw home, and that one is low and inside. Kirk pitched in 69 2/3 innings and allowed 36 runs in 2014. 29 of them were earned. He gave it 58 hits and he struck out 46 batters and walks. He dangles that left arm as he looks in and gets the sign from Corey Bass. Now he'll set at the belt and throw. That one swung on and missed. A breaking ball just kept boring down into the ground. In the Matt Lucen interview, both Matt Lucen and Austin Kirk both played in the Cubs organization at the same time, and they became good friends. So, of course, they've probably gotten together here sometime during this stand. And now Kirk stepping off the back of the rubber. Kirk's no-hitter ended up coming on the 4th of July. That'd be pretty neat, huh? That came back on the 4th of July of 2011. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball swung on a line, driving to right center. It's a base hit. Brian Peterson has 1,000 career base hits. Congratulations, Brian. And they want that baseball here. They're going to take it out, and they're actually announcing it up on the big screen. They have it on the big screen board, and they're announcing it on the public address system here. So congratulations to Brian Peterson. Wow. Not easy to do. Brian Peterson been around for a while, and he comes out here and gets that 1,000th career hit tonight. Congratulations, Brian. I've watched Brian Peterson since 2012, and I've always been excited to see him play. And now into the batter's box for the Laredo Lemurs is the top of the order, Ty Morrison. And Ty Morrison sees the first pitch. And it was a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike to Ty Morrison. So Peterson with a good-sized lead. No one holding him on at first base. Bunt shown here by Morrison. He tries to lay it down, and the ball is caught by the catcher. So that's going to be a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. So Peterson with a total of 16 seasons under his belt. This is the 1,106th game of his career. No balls and 2 strikes to Ty Morrison, and he just picked up his 1,000th base hit. Pretty special. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, a curve that stays low. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peterson's career started all the way back in 2000. And he wasn't drafted. He was actually picked up as a non-drafted free agent by the Cleveland Indians. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung and a foul ball off to the left. So runners at first and second base for the Laredo Lemurs. Nobody out, and the Lemurs are down 1-0. Kirk gets the sign from the catcher. Morrison ready to go. The long hold, and now the throw, and that one swung on, chopped up the middle. Ranging for it, Taylor Smart, and so is the second baseman Martinez. It gets by both of them. Coming home for the Lemurs is Medeiros. Here comes the throw, and it's not going to be in time. The Lemurs have tied up the game. It's a 1-1 tie, and a nice C&I single there by Ty Morrison. Peterson goes up to second on the play. And a base hit and an RBI for Ty Morrison. Now Devontre Richardson will be the batter for the Laredo Lemurs. So both Martinez and Smart both range him for that baseball. Martinez ends up trying to go into a slide to knock it down, but it got by him. That allows Medeiros to come in to score the run. Once that ball is past both the infielders, the Lemurs were able to score that run pretty easily. Here's Richardson into the batter's box, and he'll see a pitch. He'll bunt at it, bunt it up the third baseline. It dies right there. Grabbing it's the catcher, Bass. It's going to be a close play at first, and Richardson is called out. Such a close play there, and it looked like it was bang, bang. Manager Pete Incaviglia coming out of the dugout. He's calling timeout. It looked like Richardson has at least got to the bag before the throw got over to first base. Nonetheless, it's going to be a sacrifice for Devontre Richardson. And the putout will be 5-3 in your scorebook. So manager Pete Incaviglia talking things over with the first base umpire, Lance Sailhammer. And Pete's going to ask for some help. I don't know how much help you're going to get on this one. If you actually get a first base umpire to ask for help in this situation, that is big in itself. I highly doubt if they had overturned this thing. So all three umpires are together. Taylor Payne, Art Thigpen, and the man that made the call, Lance Sailhammer. And they're going to go and leave it the way it is.
I mean, the umpires can get together and they can talk about it, but no one's going to have a better view than the ump covering first base. I mean, maybe the home plate umpire would have been looking down the line. He's looking at other stuff, and why the guy from third base is coming over beats me. There's no way he saw that play.
Well, I think that'd be pretty unprecedented for them to overturn that call. I can see on some calls where it can be a group decision where they would get together and actually change one guy's call over the other. But in that situation, when it's clearly the first base umpire's call, he's got to stick with it. Runners at second and third and a 1-1 tie, and into the batter's box is Kevin Taylor, as the first pitch he sees is a breaking ball down on the dirt. Now, Kevin Taylor, when he was up at the plate earlier in the night, back in the first inning, he hit what they called a double. Well, after looking at the video, you can tell that the ball hit off the top of the fence, hit the back railing, which is a gold fence back there, and came back into play. So it should have been called a home run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A curveball stays high, so 2 balls and no strikes and a 1-1 tie. So the Lemurs lost out there, and of course they were going to lose out on that call no matter how much the umpires got together on that one. It was a very close play. Devontre Richardson looked like he was safe, but we are, 200 feet away from the play ourselves. Here's the pitch. It's up. So a fastball high to Kevin Taylor. 2 balls and 1 strike. Actually, scratch that. 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, you could say the Lemurs lost out on that, but the sac bunt means the force is now off, and that takes some pressure off Kevin Taylor at the plate.
And now they're just going to throw ball 4 here to Kevin Taylor, so he walks, and that's going to load him up with 1 out. So it turns into an intentional walk to Kevin Taylor after Austin Kirk falls behind in the count. And Dustin Geiger, one of the hottest Lemurs going right now, is going to come up to the plate. Geiger with 3 hits in each of his last 2 ball games. Broke out in that last game against the Wichita Wingnuts, hitting 2 home runs and a double. And he came in here yesterday and did well as well. So Geiger up at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 down in the inning, and we have a 1-1 tie. Here's the pitch to Geiger. He watches it miss high and outside. Dennis Phipps on deck for the Lemurs. So over there at third base for Laredo is Peterson. At second is Morrison. At first is Taylor. And the delivery. High for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes now to Geiger. Well, this could be a big inning here for the Laredo Lemurs. A base hit here, they can take the lead. And there's only one out, so if they can keep piling on a little bit, we might be able to see them break out of their doldrums again. Remember, they had that 12-run ball game up against Wichita on Thursday. Then they came back down here to Laredo yesterday and laid an egg. They got a run up here tonight so far. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. A fastball on the inside corner, slightly above the knee, making it a 2-1 count.
As Zach Davis had pointed out on Twitter, that last run broke a 14-inning scoreless drought for the Lemurs.
2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. 3-1. Well, either Geiger's going to see something really good to hit here, or he's going to walk. We'll have to wait and see exactly what happens. As Austin Kirk's going to step off the back of the rubber, and he's going to breathe into his mitt. Maybe he wants to start hyperventilating. No, I doubt if he wants to do that. 3 balls and 1 strike. Maybe he was just yelling at himself. Throw the ball over the mound, over the plate. The 3-1. Swung on a line drive off the tip of the glove of Earps. It rolls behind him. The shortstop grabs it, throws over to third base, and an out's going to be made, but a run comes in to score for the Lemurs. Peterson scores. Geiger reaches on what could have been a base hit, but it turns into a fielder's choice. Ty Morrison is out on a funny 5-6-5 play. That'll be the second out of the inning. There's going to be an RBI. And here comes Dennis Phipps with runners at first and second base for the Laredo Lemurs. So 2 outs, but the Lemurs take a very important 2-1 lead. He sees a pitch. It's called a strike on the outside corner. So Phipps with his wide stance kind of bobs back and forth in the batter's box. Wears number 55 on his back with his black socks all the way up to his knees. Now he'll call timeout quickly as everybody will reset. At second base for the Lemurs is Taylor. At first is Geiger, and Phipps takes a big swing and he fouls the ball off. Phipps in his first at bat of the night flew out to left field. Now he's back in the second inning, so he's batting in back-to-back innings here against Austin Kirks. Kirks dangles that left arm as he gets the sign from the catcher Bass. And the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 to Phipps. So he goes down looking, and the Lemurs take the lead. It's 2 runs on 3 hits. Scratch that, 2 runs on 2 hits for Laredo. There are no errors in the inning and 2 left. We're going to go to the top of the 4th inning with the Lemurs up 2-1. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle del Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transports to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
All right, back to action. It's the top of the 4th inning, and to take you through the next 3 innings is my buddy Cameron Sunger.
Thanks, Bill. Bottom of the order, due up for the Thunderheads in the top of the fourth, as they're now behind for the first time in this series. It's the second game of a 4-game set between the two teams, and the Lemurs lead Garcia, the lefty, winds and fires, and the first pitch misses high and outside to Geraldo Valentin. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this game. Garcia works quickly, becomes set, winds and fires, and this one misses outside. 2-0 now the count. The left-handed pitcher facing the right-handed hitter, Valentin. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball, and this one just misses outside. So quickly the count 3-0. That was changed now. Here's the 3-0 off kind of pitch, as Valentin was taking all the way. Valentin 2 for 3 in the series opener last night. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit foul over the net. And will this stay and be a souvenir for a fan? It's bouncing around. It will be. It stays in the club level. That's pretty rare to see at Uni-Trade Stadium. That takes some pretty precise hitting. I'm not sure what Valentin was hoping for with a 3-1 pitch, but that's what he got. Payoff pitch on the way. The wind and delivery. Swung on, hit straight up in the air. This one's hooking back towards the Lemurs dugout, and that will get out of play foul. So the count remains 3-2. Garcia gave a solid chase on that ball. Lost his cap in the process as he walked over towards the Lemurs dugout and now walks back. He'll scoop up his hat, place it back on his head, and walk back over to the mound. Valentin's the first hitter up this inning for the Thunderheads in the top of the fourth. Lemurs have a 2-1 lead, despite having just 3 hits compared to Amarillo's 5 through the first 3 innings of this game. Garcia winds, and here's the payoff pitch. Swung on once again, foul ball. This one will get out of the stadium and into the parking lot. That was off to the right side. Valentin spread the love a little bit, hit some foul balls to the left side as well. To no avail. 3-2 pitch one more time. Swung on, grounded to the left side. At short, it's Medeiros. He gathers and throws to first. Valentin is out by 2 or 3 steps on the 6-3 ground out. So a long battle there. A 3-2 count that included a couple of full count foul balls. But Garcia had fallen behind 3-0 and ended up retiring the leadoff hitter. That is a major victory for the Lemurs as the Thunderheads are not able to get the leadoff man aboard. Tyler Earps now to the plate. He's making his 21st appearance with the Thunderheads. He didn't play in last night's game. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit in the air, back up the middle. That's going to hang up there. And Morrison out in center field has a beat on, and he makes the catch. So just like that, 2 outs for the Thunderheads. After a long at-bat for Valentin, Earps swings at the first pitch and flies out to center field. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Taylor Smart. Smart is 1 for 1 with a single in his only at-bat in the second inning. And he played in last night's game, but went 0 for 3. Former Tennessee Volunteer. He stands in the right-handed batter's box at 5'10", 185 pounds. He played last season in the Mariners organization. That was his only other season of professional baseball, and now he's taking his time to get into the batter's box. He keeps tapping at his batting helmet. Not sure if maybe something got in his eye. Lost a contact lens or something. Hope it's not that, because that would make it pretty hard to see. Just maybe, let's call it some dirt in his eye. He's in. He's ready to go. Garcia winds and fires. It's in the dirt for ball 1. A windy night here at Uni-Trade Stadium. The wind blowing in from right field, slightly towards left field, but also in towards home plate as well. Fastball catches the, doesn't catch the outside corner. That was a close one. Home plate umpire calling it ball 2. 2-0 the count. Base is empty. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Amarillo trailing Laredo 2-1. Here's the Garcia pitch in the dirt for ball 3. So the second batter this inning out of 3, in which Garcia has fallen behind 3-0. The other batter, Earps, was the number 2 hitter in the inning. He flew out on the first pitch he saw. From the windup, here's the 3-0 pitch. And fastball gets right over Broadway. In there for called strike 1. So Smart is the number 9 hitter in the Thunderheads batting order. Logan Vick, the leadoff hitter, stands on deck. Garcia winds and throws. Another fastball, another strike. That remains on the shoulder of Taylor Smart, who's now at bat. Lemurs looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Should be the game. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Garcia retires the side in order for the Thunderheads in the top of the 4th. It's the second strikeout of the game for Garcia. Lemurs coming right back up to hit when we come back. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up next. Lemurs leading 2-1.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Bottom of the fourth at Uni-Trade Stadium. Lemurs leading 2-1 and have an opportunity to add to that lead. Silverio, Valdez, and Medeiros due up this inning. That's 6, 7, and 8 in tonight's Lemurs batting order. It was the bottom of the order last inning that started a rally as Medeiros and Peterson both came around to score. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. The first pitch to Silverio in the bottom of the fourth inning. Austin Kirk back out on the mound, working from behind, trying to get his bats back out there. He winds, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed as Silverio was chasing one high and outside. And you could see the reaction on his face as he was swinging the bat. Pained look that just said, oh, darn it, I should not have swung at that. So he's behind 0-2 as he leads things off for the Lemurs in the fourth inning. Kirk, the lefty, winds and throws, and it misses outside. Silverio, the right-handed hitter, he's 0-1 so far today, grounded out in his first plate appearance in the second inning. He's hitting .277 on the season. This is his 38th game with the Lemurs. From the windup, here's the pitch from Kirk. It's swung on, grounded down the third base line, foul. This is Kirk's second game in a ThunderHeads uniform. He has an ERA of 9.00 with the club as he allowed 5 earned runs in 5 innings pitched in a 16-7 loss on July 5th against Wichita. He started the season with the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. So Kirk gets the sign he likes. He winds. Here's the 1-2. Misses low. The count evens up at 2-2 for Juan Silverio as he leads things off for the Lemurs in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 2-1 game. Lemurs have the lead after losing last night 3-0. The windup, here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped back to second base. Martinez gets it on the short hop, throws over to first in time for out number 1. Silverio is retired. He's now 0-2 in the game. That'll bring up Jeudy Valdez. He's 0-1 so far. Valdez is a .241 hitter on the season. He's played 22 games so far this season for the Lemurs. He was 0-4 last night in that loss for Laredo, but he hasn't had a hit since July 7th in the second game of a doubleheader against Wichita. He's 0 for his last 12, did score a run in the last 3 games, but he's looking to break through. He's 0 for 12 coming into tonight's game, now 0 for his last 13. Hits this one in the air to the left field. It's going back to the track, to the wall, and that one, was that caught? Unbelievable. Logan Vick, with his body crashed up against the left field wall, stuck his glove out, and caught the baseball. It's been that kind of stretch for Jeudy Valdez as he saunters back over to the dugout. He put a lot of charge into that baseball, and Logan Vick just made a great play on it. Wow. So that'll bring up Jared Medeiros. He's 0-0, walked and came around to score last inning as he led off that frame. Logan Vick, though, he's a little bit slow to return to his spot. Manager Bobby Brown and the Amarillo trainer will come out and have a look at him. Center fielder Martin is also out over there. Wall with some velocity. Stuck his glove out and just made a catch on a long fly ball that on a day where the wind was blowing a slightly different direction probably would have gotten out, probably would have been a home run for Valdez. Instead, it's a long out. Here's Medeiros at the plate. Swings and misses at the first pitch. A mighty cut there from Jared. Medeiros is hitting 185 on the season. This is his 16th game with the Lemurs. Kirk comes set and fires the 0-1. It's swung on and missed for strike two. A breaking ball that was low and inside, and Medeiros couldn't lay off it. The 22-year-old shortstop, who just wrapped up his senior season at St. John's University, stands in the right-handed batter's box. He's behind in the count 0-2. Here's the Kirk pitch. Swung on, chopped down the third base line, foul. So Medeiros stays alive. Bottom of the fourth inning here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Lemurs leading 2-1 over the Amarillo Thunderheads in the second game of a four-game set. Thunderheads won last night 3-0, despite a complete game effort from Lemurs starter Greg Hawley. Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt for ball one. So Medeiros is at the plate. He's the number 8 hitter in tonight's Lemurs batting order. Brian Peterson stands on deck. He's the Lemurs catcher who just recorded his 1,000th career hit in that last inning and then came around to score on a hit by the top of the order. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Medeiros couldn't catch up with the fastball. He strikes out. It's the second strikeout of the game recorded by Austin Kirk on the mound. 3 up and 3 down for the Lemurs in the fourth. We will head to the top of the fifth. Lemurs leading 2-1.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We are proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, and bounce houses. Contact Tech or at Texas Inflatable Rental 10% discount. That's Tech.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Top of the order due up for the Thunderheads. Vic, Bass, and Martin as they try to cut into a 2-1 Lemurs lead. Logan Vic will lead things off. He's 1 for 2. He's the left fielder today for the Thunderheads. He was the one who made that spectacular catch on the long fly out by Jayudi Valdez last inning. We'll have to see if he's okay. Remember, the training staff came out and had a look at him. So he will dig into the left-handed batter's box to face the lefty Henry Garcia. Garcia winds and throws, and this one's popped foul over our heads and into the parking lot behind us. So Vic is what you'd expect out of a left-handed hitter. He hits .328 against righties and .256 against lefties for a nice .315 batting average. Unlike many of his teammates who struggle left-handed hitters are supposed to struggle against lefty pitching. Many of the teammates who are righties have a better average against right-handed pitching. That pitch was a ball, so 1-1 is the count as Garcia works quickly. He winds and throws. It's swung on, chopped foul. Looks like that might have gotten a piece of Vic as it trickles over towards the Lemurs dugout for strike number 2. 1 run on 5 hits and no errors for Amarillo so far today. Laredo has 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors either. Henry Garcia, the left-handed pitcher working from the third base side of the rubber, gets a new baseball, shakes his shoulders out, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, chopped to second base. Valdez has to charge. He scoops and throws, and out by a step is Vic, hustling up the first base line, but it's not enough. So an out recorded as Vic will head back to the Thunderheads dugout. He's now 1 for 3 on the day. That'll bring up Corey Bass, another guy who singled in the first inning. As the first 2 batters Amarillo sent to the plate in this ball game got hits, but they weren't able to score in the first. Ultimately, it was the third inning in which Jason Martin had a 1-out double. He came around to score. That's been the 1 run for the Thunderheads. Bass 1 for 2 at the plate. He stands in the right-handed batter's box, looks at a first pitch fastball outside for ball 1. That was pitch number 74 on the day for Henry Garcia. His pitch count's getting way up there. And what is his 6th start of the season? Another fastball. This time it's in there for a strike right at the letters. Garcia started the season as a bullpen guy for Laredo. He's made 14 appearances and 5 of them starts before tonight's game. Here's the pitch. Another fastball. This time it misses outside for ball 2. Garcia has a 1-4 record and a 4.5 ERA. He took a loss in his last start, which was July 7th, a 5-1 loss against Wichita. Here's the 2-1. Hit in the air to the left side. If that stays fair, it's going to be playable. Phipps has a beat on it, and Lenny lost it in the lights. And that's going to drop in. Standing on second base is Bass. That's just tough luck for the Lemurs there. Oh, it was a foul ball. So Bass was standing on second base. I don't think he saw where that ball landed. I'm not sure. Certainly somebody didn't see where that ball landed. Bobby Brown, the Thunderheads manager, will come out and have a word with the umpire. And the third base coach also wanting to get an explanation as Brown sends him back to the coach's box. The third base coach is number 24. That's Freddie Flores. He's listed as a pitcher on the Thunderheads roster. Brown is not pleased. He will turn and storm back to the dugout. He's not been tossed from the game. It was a foul ball. So Bass will come back to the plate to hit. The count is 2-2. There's 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Amarillo trailing 2-1. Bases empty. So Garcia and Phipps among the Lemurs players and fans who are breathing a sigh of relief. Garcia standing on the third base side of the rubber. He winds and throws. Fastball in there. That's called strike 3. Home plate umpire, just a regular strike call. I think he was not really aware that that was strike 3. Peterson, the catcher, knew it as he got up and threw that ball down to third base. A strikeout looking as Corey Bass, very frustrated. He has reason to be so. I think he thought that that ball had dropped in for a fair ball and said it was called foul, and then the next pitch he saw was called strike 3. Jason Martin to the plate now. He crouches low and hits this one foul down the first base line as it hooks out of play. Really tough to see where that ball landed from our vantage point up here in the broadcast booth, up the third base line. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Martin. Fastball in there for a strike. So Garcia has settled down after that moment where some tempers were flaring. Cooler heads prevailing as Garcia looking to mow down the Thunderheads in order once again. 0-2 pitch, swung on, chopped down the third base line, foul. Silverio had the read on it, backhanded, and he was ready to make the long throw across the diamond if he needed to. But that one was in foul territory when he fielded it. Jason Martin at the plate, a .286 hitter so far this season with 4 home runs and 19 runs low in the right-handed batter's box. With the shortstop Medeiros, he throws over to first. An unorthodox but effective 1-2-3 inning for the Lemurs as they will come right back up to hit. They lead 2-1 in this one. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs, now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Lemurs will send Peterson, Morrison, and Richardson to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's 9-1-2 as they look to extend a 2-1 lead. Cameron Songer here with you for the Laredo Lemurs broadcast as they take on the Amarillo Thunderheads, game 2 of a 4-game set and a 4-game homestand. This is it for the Lemurs as they will hit the road once again right after Monday's game. Head up to Sioux City, Iowa. Take on the Explorers. Brian Peterson will dig into the right-handed batter's box to get things started for the Lemurs in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 1 in the game, a single in the 3rd inning, which was his 1,000th career hit. He is hitting 163 on the season coming into tonight's game, and this is his 13th game with the club. Swings and hits this one in the air to left field. This one looks like it could be playable in left field for Vic. He will leap, and that's going to get out of here. Vic initially read it, looked like he had it, and Peterson is rounding the bases. It's a leadoff home run. Peterson's 2 for 2. This is turning into a night to remember for Mr. Peterson. That's career hit number 1,001 for Brian Peterson, and it's a home run. So the Lemurs make this a 3-1 game now, and the lineup turns over. Ty Morrison will start the Lemurs' 3rd trip through the batting order as they appear to have started to figure out Austin Kirk, the left-handed pitcher, comes set and delivers a strike on the outside corner to Morrison. Morrison's 1 for 2 in the game, an RBI single in his last plate appearance in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left field. This is going to be playable for Vic as this is not deep enough. He will catch it as he makes a run towards the 3rd base line. But back to that hit by Peterson. The wind can change directions here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Sometimes it blows more in. It always blows from right to left, towards left field. But sometimes it blows a little bit more in, knocking potential balls in and keeping them in the field of play. And sometimes it kind of swirls back out and pushes them out over the fence. The first pitch to Devontae Richardson is chopped foul into the net for strike number 1. Either way, it's an exciting opportunity for a right-handed hitter, that short porch in left field at Uni-Trade Stadium. Richardson looks at a breaking ball that misses outside, evening up the count at 1-1. Lemurs have the 3-1 lead in the ballgame. Still batting here in the 5th, 1 out, and the base is empty. Richardson belts this one to deep left field. This is a no-doubter. See you later, as that's over the picnic field. 2 runs this inning, both of them solo home runs. Devontae Richardson got all of that baseball. It's the 5th dinger of the season for Richardson. He touches them all. He sprints around the bases and heads back into the Lemurs dugout. It's now 4-1 Laredo. That will bring up Kevin Taylor, trying to keep things going for Laredo. Let's see if they can actually put some runners on and play some station-to-station baseball. Nah, home runs are more fun. Lefty-lefty matchup. Taylor looks at it, called strike 1. Who needs small ball when the wind is blowing out and you're getting good read of the ball off the pitcher's hand? Swing away. 0-1 pitch. Taylor golfs this one foul down the 3rd base line. The count now 0-2 on him. So after 2 runs in the 3rd inning, the Lemurs went 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. Brian Peterson led off this inning with a solo home run. Morrison then flew out to left field, and then Richardson also going to left field, and this time a no-doubter as he sends it way over the fence. 0-2 the count to Kevin Taylor. Lefty-lefty matchup, and here's the pitch. It's low and outside, blocked well behind the plate by Bass, and that makes the count 1-2. It's the Lemurs' 5th hit of the game. 2 of them have been home runs. Each team with 5 hits in the game, but the Lemurs have 4 runs to show for it. Amarillo has just 1. 1-2 pitch from the windup. Here it comes. Swung on, grounded, past the second baseman. A sliding effort by Martinez, and Taylor will stand on first base. And here come the bats. They have awoken in Laredo. That'll bring up Dustin Geiger. He is a slugger. He is one of the league leaders in home runs. He has 10 of them on the season, 7 of them with Wichita, 3 with Laredo, and 2 of them coming 2 nights ago in the series finale at Wichita. Geiger was 3 for 4 last night with the double, pretty much the lone bright spot in that 3-0 loss for Laredo in the series opener against Laredo. He's in the right-handed batter's box with a runner on first, and the Lemurs already have a 3-run lead. Here's the pitch. Geiger way out in front on the breaking ball. He missed it. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Infield at double play depth. Geiger at the plate. He knocked in a run with a sack, or with a fielder's choice in the third inning. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch home. Geiger hits it foul into the backstop. So he's quickly behind 0-2. Geiger in a Lemurs uniform, making his 14th appearance with the club, hitting .229 on the season. And he's behind in the count 0-2. Kirk comes set. Glances over at the runner on first. Now comes home. Geiger hits this one in the air towards center field. It's playable in center by Martin. He will camp out under it and make the catch. Scampering back over to first is Taylor. Geiger flies out to center field for the second out of the inning for Laredo. That will bring up Dennis Phipps. He's certainly looking for revenge after he struck out looking in his last plate appearance. He is a very capable hitter. Came into tonight 8th in the American Association with a .341 batting average. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Simple math tells you he gets a hit more than 1 out of every 3 times he comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far today. Something good will probably happen with Phipps at the plate here. Pitch. Phipps chasing one in the dirt. Strike 1. This is Phipps' second season with the Laredo Lemurs. In 66 games last year, he hit .335 with 47 runs batted in and 15 homers. This is already his 49th game with the Lemurs this season. He's played in every game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Phipps hits it to the right side. That's going to get through into right field. Rounding second and then holding up there is Taylor. It's a 2-out single for Dennis Phipps as the hit parade continues for the Lemurs. That's their 4th hit this inning. So it puts Phipps on first, Taylor on second, and Juan Silverio to the plate. He is the 7th hitter of the inning for the Lemurs. He led off last inning. They're certainly getting the wood on pitches by Austin Kirk. Austin Kirk, the left-handed pitcher, 25 years old, former 3rd-round pick of the Chicago Cubs. That was in 2009. He's on the mound with 6 seasons of professional experience under his belt. He has not looked good in a ThunderHeads uniform to this point. This one grounded back up the middle. It's going to get stopped at short. The throw over to second, not in time. A diving effort by Smart as he keeps it from getting to the outfield. That probably saved a run. Infield single there for Juan Silverio. The 5th hit of the inning for the Lemurs. Base is now loaded, and here comes Jeudy Valdez. Here we go. Valdez is a guy who is due 0 for his last 14, and a mound visit coming up from Bobby Brown. This might be it for Austin Kirk. Bases loaded. Jeudy Valdez due up. Let's take a look down at the ThunderHeads bullpen. I don't see anybody warming up. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. The Lemurs lead 2-1. That's an odd visit. I think that's just the ThunderHeads manager telling his pitcher, this is yours, son, go get him. He wasn't trying to stall for time. He wasn't trying to buy a relief pitcher extra time to warm up. This is a big moment in this game. A base hit to the outfield, and the Lemurs will be sitting pretty. Bases loaded for Valdez with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, stays high, ball 1. Nowhere to put Valdez. A .241 hitter on the season. This is his 23rd game with the Lemurs. He has just 5 RBIs. Has a potential to get some more with 1 swing of the bat here. Can hear the wind whistling at Uni-Trade Stadium. A warm night, but the wind is certainly blowing. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Valdez with a big cut. He hits it foul over the screen and out of play. That wind blowing slightly in right now. Basically, if you're sitting on the 3rd base line at Uni-Trade Stadium, you've got a nice breeze in your face right now. Let's put it that way. Bases loaded, Lemurs up 4-1. Valdez, the right-handed hitter, facing the left-handed pitcher, Austin Kirk. 1-1 is the count. Coming set, and Kirk will come home with the pitch. Swung on, fouled back over the screen, and out of play once again. And Valdez down to his last strike. The story for much of the Lemurs' recent stretch has been runners left on base. It's been situational hitting. The Lemurs have gotten the hits, but they haven't gotten the big hit when they've needed them. You could even call that inning some of that, as there's been 2 solo home runs and then 2 other runs scored earlier in the game for Laredo. But with the bases loaded here, they can break this game open. 1-2 the count. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right field. This is going to be playable. Shallow right. Valentin calls everyone else off. He will make the catch. Lemurs score 2 runs on 5 hits, but they leave the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. We're through 5 full at Uni-Trade Stadium. Laredo leading Amarillo 4-1.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car, accident on the highway, or even a flat tire. From Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes. Lemurs have a 4-1 lead here in the top of the 6th inning at Uni-Trade Stadium. Cameron Sonker here with you on a gorgeous Saturday night for some baseball. Nice crowd on hand to witness Game 2 of this 4-game set between the Lemurs and Thunderheads. Just a quick 4-game homestand for Laredo. Juan Martinez at the plate facing Henry Garcia, who's back on the mound. He issues a first pitch ball and misses high and outside. That was his 82nd pitch. Both pitchers at exactly 81 pitches through 5 innings. Garcia, second pitch, low and inside, 2-0 to Martinez. Martinez is in the right-handed batter's box. He hits .345 against right-handed pitching and .241 against left-handed pitching. The 2-0 pitch, swung on, hit in the air to left center field. That's hit well to the gap, and that's going to bounce off the wall. It stays in play. Phipps will gather it up and throw it back in. It's a stand-up double for Juan Martinez, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Thunderheads as they try to cut into a 3-run deficit. They have the leadoff man aboard, and he's in scoring position to start this inning. It's Martinez's first hit of the game. He was 0 for 4 yesterday as well, so starting to perhaps figure out left-handed pitching. The 28-year-old had struggled against lefties so far this season. His .327 average wouldn't really show it. That'll bring up Stefan Gartrell. He was 3 for 4 last night, a solo home run. He was basically the hero last night for the Thunderheads. He's in the right-handed batter's box, looks at a first pitch fastball that misses outside. First base is open here, and it might not be a bad idea for Garcia to tread lightly around Stefan Gartrell. The problem, Rene Leverett is on deck, and he is a slugger, and if the situation warranted, he could tie the game with one swing of the bat. That one misses low and inside, so 2-0 the count, and that'll draw a mound visit from the catcher, Brian Peterson. They're going to talk about the strategy here. Do you walk this guy and then try to bring up a double play ball and risk potentially having Leverett, the slugger, be able to tie the game with one swing of the bat? 4-1 is the score. Runner on second and no outs in the top of the 6th inning. As Lemur starter Henry Garcia finds himself in a little bit of a predicament here. Gartrell is the number 5 hitter in the Thunderheads batting order, after Martinez, the cleanup hitter, led off with a double to start this inning. Lefty on the mound, righty in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball at right backstop. 3-1. Garcia's longest start. He started the season as a breaking ball. Catches the outs. I think anything is in play here. Here he comes with the pitch. Swung on, popped foul. Peterson will take a look at it and watch it sail into the... Runner on second for the Thunderheads. No outs in the top of the 6th. They trail Laredo 4-1. Garcia has his right leg on the third base side of the mound. Glances over his shoulder, now comes home. Fastball fouled off into the net, and will do it once again. Like this uniform combination for the Lemurs. They're wearing their black tops, which have gold numbers and letters and white trim. Black caps with a gold brim and white pants. And for the Thunderheads, they're wearing the same outfit they wore yesterday. Blue tops with large white numbers and gray pants. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off into the net once again. This is a battle between Gartrell and Garcia. New baseball delivered to the mound. Garcia now up over 90 pitches. And if there was any action in the Lemurs bullpen, well, we couldn't tell you about it because our view is obstructed by the right field fence. Garcia glances over his shoulder at the runner on second and comes home with a 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit back up the middle. That's going to get down into left field. Runner being held up at third, and then it's bobbled, and that's going to get past Phipps in left field. That will go all the way to the wall. Gartrell will stand on second, and the run comes around to score. So the third base coach reading that ball off the bat. It's actually the manager for the Thunderheads. He was seeing where that ball ended up, and Phipps wasn't able to field it. We'll see how they score that one. That's a hit and an error, and that will draw a mound visit from Lemurs manager Pete Incaviglia, and I believe that will be it for Henry Garcia. So it's a single for Gartrell. Martinez, who came around to score. Garcia will head to the dugout. New pitcher coming in for the Lemurs. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll tell you all about him, and we'll resume action here in the top of the 6th inning. Lemurs lead 4-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still...
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym.
And signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by 6723 Laredo, where your print job is.
Ian Beckman, he's making his touré. Digs into the batcher. Peterson scoops it back up. He's fine. And we will resume action here. So the day is done for Henry Garcia. He's responsible for that runner on second, but cannot possibly take a loss in this situation. Worst he can do is a no decision. He goes 5+ innings, allows the 2 earned runs on 7 hits. And now Ryan Beckman will look to set the tone for the rest of the bullpen. Leveray, a 274 hitter in the batter's box. Beckman takes his time, gets his sign, comes home with it. Changeup. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Leveray turns back towards the Thunderheads dugout. Will adjust his batting gloves. He is well out of the batter's box here. Home plate umpire might tell him to hurry up here, but he appears to be a little bit rattled. I think he was going and reaching for his hamstring a little bit. And as Brian Peterson, the catcher, takes a look, says, "Are you all right?" And we'll walk up to the mound and chat with Ryan Beckman. Beckman is from Fort Worth, Texas. He stands on the mound at 6'4", 210 pounds. Former 18th round pick in the 2009 amateur draft by the Pittsburgh Pirates out of Grayson County College in Denison, Texas. He spent 6 seasons in the Pirates organization, had a 12-15 record and a 3.58 ERA. He made stops with the State College Spikes, West Virginia Power, Bradenton Marauders, and Altoona Curve. He also pitched in 2011 for the Adelaide Bite in the Australian Baseball League. Those are some of the places. Into the right-handed batter's box, and Worthington has to dive into the left-handed batter's box to make the stop. Lemurs leading 4-2 in this ball game. They have those 4 runs on 8 hits and have committed 1 error. It has on 7 hits and no errors committed. Here in the 6th, then RBI. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. The changeup fooled Leveray, and that's out number 1. It's the first strikeout Beckman has recorded and the first batter he faced. It's a pretty good pace, if you ask me. Garcia had 3 strikeouts in his 5+ innings of work. He made it halfway through the Thunderheads batting order on their 3rd trip around. This is the number 7 hitter, Geraldo Valentin. Another righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Valentin is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning, and grounded out in the 4th. Both times he was leading off. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. There was some gas on that one as Beckman blew that one right past Valentin for strike number 2. You can see the wind rippling the jersey of Ryan Beckman out there on the mound. It's howling out there, but if you're out there in the bleachers at Uni-Trade Stadium, it's a comfortable little breeze. It's a warm night, some humidity in Laredo, of course. So that breeze is welcome. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, tapped foul behind home plate. So Valentin just gets a piece of it. He stays alive. He's another right-handed hitter in this Thunderheads lineup who hits better against right-handed pitchers. So with the left-handed pitcher Garcia, based on his stats so far this season, the stretch, here's the 0-2 pitch. Just a quick glance over the shoulder before that pitch from Beckman. He's a slugger, not necessarily known for his base steal. Continues. This will be the Dez gathers and throws to first. The runner advances over to third. Grounds out on the 4-3 put out. That will bring up Tyler Earps. And here's the opportunity for the Thunderheads to continue to cut into this lead. They trail 4-2 in this game. They got 1 run already this inning. And if the Lemurs can get out of this inning after giving up back-to-back hits and 1 run across with no outs, with just the 1 run scoring, that's a small victory for Laredo as they look to put things together and win the game and even up this series, get back over 500. Lemurs have a 24-24 record on the season. Thunderheads are 23-23. Here's the pitch to Earps. Low and outside. He thought about going around, but did not. He was able to hold up, and that's ball 1. Earps is a 273 hitter on the season. This is his first year of professional baseball. Out of Old Dominion University. Got the night off last night. So this is the first we're seeing of him this series. Swings and hits this one in the air towards shallow right field. Getting under it is the second baseman, Valdez. He'll call everyone else off, make the catch, but his heel's on the grass. For the Thunderheads, they get 1 run on 2 hits and leave 1 on third base, no less. Lemurs hold a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night.
To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
This is not Jurassic World. It's Freddie Flores on the mound, the 41-year-old pitcher out there on the hill, making his 6th appearance of the season for the Amarillo ThunderHeads. He has an 8.47 ERA and an 0-2 record. In 17 innings pitched, he's allowed 23 hits and struck out 12. He will face Medeiros, Peterson, and Morrison due up this inning for the Lemurs. First pitch, a hard swing by Medeiros, and he hits it foul. Check this out. Jared Medeiros was born while Freddie Flores was in college. Medeiros is 22 years old. Freddie Flores graduated college in 1997. Actually, no, that would make Flores, he would have been a high school senior when Medeiros was born. That one fouled back, out of play. 0-2 the count. Freddie Flores wrapped up his senior season at New Mexico Highlands University in 1997. He was retired from the professional baseball game for a long time, basically from 2000 to 2006. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit back up the middle. Medeiros has that one dropping quickly. That's going to drop in to center field for a hit. Jared Medeiros leads things off for the Lemurs in the 6th inning with a single. The story as to how Freddie Flores got back in baseball is a real interesting one. He played in independent baseball up through the 2000 season, decided to take up coaching, coach women's softball at the university level at Western New Mexico. In 2006, his father tried to convince Freddie to return to baseball, and his father just wanted to encourage him to get back in the game. He was only just reaching his peak in the 30s, in his 30s, and he was still a young man at that time. Later that day, Freddie Sr., Freddie Flores' dad, passed away following a blood clot. And that's what inspired Flores to return to playing baseball. Bunt shown, bunted back to the pitcher. It's a sac bunt as Peterson advances the runner 90 feet. Medeiros will now stand on second following the sac bunt by Brian Peterson. Freddie Flores was just 33 years old at the time. Returned to professional baseball following that conversation in 2006. Played in the Can-Am League from 2008 to 2011. Played in the American Association in 2012 and 2013, El Paso and Amarillo. No stats from summer 2014, and he's back as a coach/pitcher for the Amarillo ThunderHeads in 2015. One of the cooler stories you will see in this league. 41 years old, the 5'11", 185-pound right-handed pitcher. Has a runner on second, 1 out here for the Lemurs. Maybe back bunt. He was in the long, storied career of Brian Peterson. Ty Morrison at the plate. He swings and hits this one to short. Scooped up by Smart. The throw to first is in time. Advancing to third is Medeiros, but now there's 2 away, and it'll be up to Devontre Richardson. Richardson's had himself a solid game so far. He's 1 for 2. He has a sac bunt and a solo home run. The former Florida State Seminole, another guy who has an interesting story. He's a former 2-sport athlete at Florida State University. Played some quarterback and baseball. Decided to focus on the baseball side of his career. He had a 21-game hitting streak snapped less than a week ago. First pitch, fastball, misses upstairs. He's one of the best athletes and best baseball players in the American Association this year, hitting .356, which is good for 4th in the league. 5 home runs this season. Stands in the right-handed batter's box, 1-0 count. Fastball, this time at the knees, catches the outside corner, evening up the count at 1-1. Freddie Flores. His last appearance was on July 1st when he went 6 innings, gave up 7 earned runs, and took the loss for the Thunderheads in their game against Grand Prairie. This time coming in relief. Here's the 1-1. It's chopped back up the middle, scooped up by Flores. He picks it out of the air and flipped over to first. Lead. Bill Harrington will be back.
There's only one place to turn. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place.
Homes has built more homes than all.
I really like the
opportunities that it brings.
Since they won yesterday's ball game, and here we are in the bottom of the board first in the 3rd inning on Gartrell's single. So that gave the Amarillo Thunderheads a 1-0 lead. Smart swings and fouls the next pitch off. He's looking at a count of no balls and 2 strikes. The Lemurs would come back in the bottom of the 3rd, and Jared Medeiros would have a leadoff walk, and then Brian Peterson would single, and that would be Peterson's 1,000th hit of his career. Later on in the inning, Ty Morrison would single to bring home Medeiros, and then Dustin Geiger would reach on a fielder's choice, and that would score Peterson. So the Lemurs would go up 2-1 in the game. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. There's strike 3. And way out on that one was Taylor Smart. He was trying to catch up to the changeup that kept going away. Actually, that was a slider, excuse me. So 1 down in the inning and a strikeout in the books once again. Ryan Beckman. So the Lemurs with a 2-1 lead at the time, and then they would go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Lemurs would have 2 home runs come. One off the bat of Brian Peterson. He would hit a solo homer. And then Devontae Richardson with 1 out would hit a solo home run. The Lemurs ended up leaving the bases loaded in that inning. Here's a swing off the bat of Logan Vick. Vick pops it up into shallow left field. Here comes Dennis Phipps out there in left field. He'll get underneath the baseball and make the catch. 2 down. Corey Bass, the next batter. The Amarillo Thunderheads would get their next run when Juan Martinez would reach on a double. Stefan Gartrell would single in the left field, and Dennis Phipps would overrun the ball out there in left, and that would allow the runner Martinez to come in to score. So a run came in there, and that makes it 4-2 in favor of Laredo. So it's 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for the Lemurs. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors tonight for the Amarillo Thunderheads. That's your quick recap. Here's Ryan Beckman setting low as there's nobody on base. He's working out of the stretch. Showing bunt there was Corey Bass. He bunts at the ball, and that's going to be a strike. So no balls and 1 strike. Beckman has been a force to be reckoned with up there on the hill for the Laredo Lemurs this season. He has done very well out of the bullpen. Here's the 0-1. That one is off the tip of the glove of the catcher Brian Peterson. It goes all the way back to the wall. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Corey Bass on the day. He picked up a single back in the 1st. He popped out to second base in the 3rd inning and struck out looking in the 5th. So 1-1 count as Beckman looks in and gets the sign from the veteran Brian Peterson. Peterson gets down in a very low crouch as the pitch is swung on and topped up to the first baseman Geiger. Geiger will underhand toss over to Beckman covering first base, and they'll make the exchange on the throw, and it's going to be in time to get the out. So 3-1 put out finishes things here for the Thunderheads. They go down in order in the 7th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lemurs coming up. They're up 4-2.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? Sasso. No importa lo que encuentras, gran variedad de calidad. Carne Sasso. Carne asada con ganas.
And what do you know? Your new friends to enjoy them. Here's hoping it's Miller.
They're stretching here in Laredo as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Lemurs are coming up to the plate. It's Taylor, Geiger, and Phipps to start things off for the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs holding on to a 4-2 lead right now. And we'll go ahead and get you the scoreboard from around the American Association, bringing you up to date on what's going on in the rest of the league. Some exciting news coming out of Joplin, at least for the Blasters. So we'll get you that score and some more for you as well. Freddie Flores staying on the mound on the outside part of the plate. St. Paul's up over Winnipeg right now. They're done with their rain delay up in Winnipeg. And 1 strike. The kick and the throw home 4-2. The Ottawa champions out of the Can-Am League in to play the teams from the American Association right now. Grand Prairie and Lincoln, they're in a battle in the bottom of the 9th. I'll tell you the score after this pitch. The 1-1 swung on a ground ball up the first baseline. Foul. Yeah, Grand Prairie and Lincoln knotted up at 7. They're in the bottom of the 9th. So a good game going on there. Gary and Sioux Falls, they're all done. That one's in the books. And Gary wins 4-1 over Sioux Falls. Here's the game I was telling you about. The Joplin Blasters crush the Sioux City Explorers. A 10-1 final in that ball game. Sioux City with the second best record in the league, and Joplin's making a statement. They have just won two in a row against Sioux City. Here's the pitch, low and inside to Kevin Taylor. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Kevin. Wichita is beating Kansas City 2-1. They're in the top of the 9th inning. And of course, your score here, the Lemurs are up 4-2. So there's your American Association scoreboard. Taylor looking for a 2-2 pitch out of the hand of Old Man third and drove in a run. Lemurs up by 2 in the bottom of the 7th. There's a big concert going on tonight at the Laredo Energy Arena, just over the left field wall, as Geiger swings at the first pitch and sends it straight up the chute. Looks like it's going to get foul, though, as Corey Bass will take a look at it. Might have been playable right when it went straight up. Had a lot of curve to it, though. Yeah, there's a big concert going on over at the Laredo Energy Arena that actually swung on and tapped. Is over there playing right now. When Cameron was on the air, I did a little appear to be a Spanish singing rock. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed against Freddie Flores. On and 24 on the season. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swung and a ground ball over to the third baseman. Grabbing it is Earps. Earps, the third baseman, fires over to first base, and that'll do it. For the Lemurs, they go down in order here in the 7th inning. We're going to head to the top of the 8th. The Lemurs are up 4-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership.
Universitario y la Tammy U me impulsa a hacer las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Jason Martin starts things off for the Amarillo Thunderheads as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Lemurs up 4-2. Lemurs will play tomorrow. Remember, an early start tomorrow for the ball game, a 6 o'clock start here in Laredo. Here's the pitch to the batter, Taylor Smart. Scratch that, Jason Martin. He takes a strike on the outside corner. So no balls and 1 strike to Martin. Martin has a double, and that came back in the 3rd inning. The pitch. He swings and misses through a changeup there. So we'll try to get to the big league scoreboard here this half inning. Tell you what's going on in the major leagues today. A big Saturday in Major League Baseball. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on a ground ball. Softly hit up to the third baseman, Silverio. He has it. He'll fire over to first base. It's a close play because the runner, Martin, is quick. But the Lemurs get the out. A 5-3 put out for you. So here's your big league scoreboard. St. Louis and Pittsburgh tied at 3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's Juan Martinez, the number 4 hitter for Amarillo. Lemurs up 4-2, by the way. San Diego and Texas, they're also tied at 3 apiece. They're in the bottom of the 5th, though. That one still has a way to go. Giants and Phillies knotted up at 1 apiece in the 3rd as Martinez swings through one and pops it off the catcher, Brian Peterson, so a foul ball there. Angels and Mariners, no score, bottom of the 2nd inning. Milwaukee and Los Angeles, the Dodgers, that is, they're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And the rest of these are going to be finals for you from Major League Baseball. No balls and 1 strike to Juan Martinez. Beckman looks in and gets a sign from Brian Peterson. He'll set up inside. And the side armor throws. And that one swung on and tapped up the middle, ranging for it. Medeiros. Medeiros at the bag at second. Will jump into the air, throw over to first base, and it's in time to get Martinez out. Stefan Gartrell, the next batter. Toronto beat Kansas City today 6-2. The White Sox get by the Cubs 5-1, so a battle of Chicago going on there. They were playing on Twins 9, Tigers 5, and the Rockies slipped by the Atlanta Braves 3-2. It's 4-2 here with the Laredo Lemurs in the lead, and into the batter's box is Stefan Gartrell. He'll see a pitch. It's a changeup swung on and missed. Miami big over Cincinnati, 14-3 is your final. And Tampa Bay gets by Houston 3-0. No balls and 1 strike to Gartrell. And the pitch by Beckman. Swinging a line drive into left center field, a base hit. Phipps will run that down in left center, and Gartrell has another hit on the night. He has been on fire tonight. 3 hits. He has reached all 4 times when he's come up to the plate. Reached on a walk in the first, and ever since then he's gotten 3 singles. Coming up next is Rene Leverett. Oakland slips by Cleveland 5-4. And the Boston Red Sox beat the New York Yankees 5-3. Washington 7, Baltimore 4 today. And there's all your finals from Major League Baseball and all your games that are currently in action in the big leagues. Lemurs up here 4-2 as Rene Leverett steps into the batter's box. Checking up with the Lemurs player that's now in the big leagues, Chaz Rowe. Chaz Rowe pitched in 2 innings today for the Baltimore Orioles as they lost to the Washington Nationals. Leverett shows bunt, pulls back, and watches that one miss. So Chaz Rowe still hanging up in the big leagues. He's doing very well. So far this year, he's put up a 2-1 record and a 2.88 ERA. He has now made 19 appearances in Major League Baseball. 1 ball and no strikes, at least this season. Now and then we like to check in with Chaz. It was a pleasure to get to know him. He played with the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2013, the year after he played in Laredo. Played a fastball there. In 2014, Chaz Rowe played with the New York Yankees. He pitched in 3 games for the Yankees. And here in 2015, it looks like he's sticking with the Baltimore Orioles. Through 19 games, he has thrown in 25 innings, given up 19 hits, 8 runs, all earned. He's given up 2 homers and has walked 10 and has struck out 28 batters. The 2-1 pitch. Called a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chaz Rowe's go-to pitch is the slider. And it's one of the nastiest sliders in the Major League. Vario. He's got this one. We're through 7.5. The Lemurs are up 4-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain Refreshment, Blue Mountain Refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle del Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
To lead things off for the Lemur throw. Lemurs up 4 side part of the plate. A fastball in there. So the Lemurs with 4 runs on 9 hits. They have 1 error tonight. 2 runs on 8 hits. 1 ball and 1 strike. So a little bit about Kurt McCune for you. He's got a record of 1 win and 1 loss, a 3.46 ERA through 11 outings. And he throws here and he misses low and outside. He has pitched in 13 innings, has struck out with 12 base hits. Back on the inside corner, a good fastball. There's box with the base hit under his belt. The Lemurs need everybody. Jeudy Valdez. Too well as of late for the Laredo Lemurs. Delivery from McCune, and that one swung over to the right side. It'll get out of play. He picked up a base hit in his last at bat. So now a stretch, and 0 for 15 is not easy. Might be his last at bat of the evening. 3 balls and 1 strike. The Lemurs will do. The wind whipping around, wrapped around the pole. 4. So go towards the left. The 3 on the left are still 4 for 2 on the night. He walked back. Aros has been part of the offense today for the Laredo Lemurs. Runner at first base and 1 down. Lemurs up by 2. And the pitch. He swings and misses through this one. No balls and 1 strike to Jared Medeiros. Young man at St. John's University. Medeiros ready to go in the batter's box. Stands all the way in the very back. As the 0-1 pitch is thrown, and that one swung and fouled away. So no balls and 2 strikes to Medeiros. Jeudy Valdez at first base, standing on the bag. He's getting some instruction from the first base coach, Steve Hine. Holding him on over there at first base is Rene Leverre. Ooh, a big lead for Valdez right now. He runs, and the pitch is low and outside. The throw down to second base is not going to be in time. It was actually dropped by Taylor Smart. Actually, that's the second baseman, Martinez, who was going to try to lay the tag down. So a stolen base for Jeudy Valdez. And the Lemurs have a runner in scoring position. Valdez, that is going to be his 10th. Jared Medeiros, runner at second base, 2 strikes. That could be a big run there for the Laredo Lemurs. Coming out of the bullpen for Laredo, and he's going to try to shut things down. Valdez dancing off the bag at second base, and now the pitcher McCune's going to step off the back of the rubber. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Valdez with his lead from third. He's jumping off the bag again, trying to draw the attention of the pitcher. He'll just say, I'm going to throw and see what happens there, and he does, and it's fouled away. You can definitely tell Jeudy Valdez trying to get into the head of the pitcher, Kurt McCune. Kurt McCune had a Norco, Louisiana. He's 6'3", 185 pounds. He went to LSU. He emerged as one of the top pitchers in the SEC back in 2011, working as LSU's #1 starter as a true freshman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The second baseman is on the bag. Now he'll back off, and timeout was called as Medeiros had seen enough. He had waited long enough for a pitch to be thrown, and so he decides to call timeout, and Art Thigpen grants it to him. McCune was ready to start throwing. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung, popped up. This one might be playable for the catcher Bass. He's going over by the railing, and it's going to fall foul, and actually about 3 or 4 rows back. So Medeiros will see another pitch. It's 4-2 Lemurs. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer. As long as the Lemurs win, Cameron will have a post-game interview for us here tonight. And we'll try to bring that to you on the video board here this evening, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The 2-2, Valdez runs. The pitch is swung on a miss. The throw down to third base is going to be not in time as Valdez slides around the tag, and he has another stolen base. That'll be his 11th stolen base, and here comes Bobby Brown to argue the call with the third base umpire, Taylor Payne. So the batter, Madero, strikes out. That'll be the second out of the inning. Bobby Brown with a brief chat with Taylor bringing the pain. And that'll bring up the third inning. And then, so Peterson, 4-2 Laredo. So Peterson now the throw home, and a breaking ball misses low. Peterson in his career, he has 442 home runs. That is wrong. He has 54 home runs. I looked down the wrong row. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on a ground ball up the middle. That is a for Brian Peterson. Taylor Smart dives for it, and it gets by him. And Peterson having a night. He drives in a run from third base. That's Valdez scoring. And the Lemurs are now up by 3. So Peterson with the big night tonight. And Ty Morrison coming up to the plate. Peterson's career is so long that when you go down where it says HRs in the stat category, you can't keep the home runs on the board when you look down a little bit further because it disappears from your computer screen. That's how long his career's been. As the first pitch to Morrison is fouled away. So as I was going down trying to line it up to see how many home runs he's had in his career, I ended up going off track, and that's why I said 441 home runs. That would be a lot for sure. As the next pitch misses away. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Now he's played in 1,106 games, including the game tonight. The 1-1 pitch is low for a ball. Yeah, Cameron says that would still be incredible, and it would be almost half of his games. Count to Morrison. Morrison on the day. He's 1 for 4 officially with an RBI. He sees this pitch miss low. It's 5-2 Laredo. 10 hits tonight for the Lemurs. McCune, he'll come set. He'll kick and throw, and that pitch is ball 4. So the Lemurs keep the rally going. Morrison will head over to first base, and Devontre Richardson will come up to the plate. Richardson with a home run already tonight. He went from laying down a sac bunt to hitting a home run. Brian Peterson did the opposite. He went from hitting a home run to laying down a sac bunt. So Peterson's at second base. Morrison, he's at first. And McCune will throw to Devontre Richardson for the first time. That pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, right at the letters. 0-1. McCune cradles the mitt next to his chest. He bobbles that baseball behind his back as he looks in and gets the sign from the catcher, Corey Bass. A couple of head nods. Now the throw, and that one swung on and a ground ball up the middle. Whoa, takes a hop on Taylor Smart, and it goes into shallow center field. That is going to be a Laredo infield hit there. Just took a wild hop. So a base hit. And that's going to load the bases. That was really more of an Amarillo hop what he just got. We see those all the time in Amarillo where the ball's just laying flat on the ground. And all of a sudden it takes a hop up on an infielder. And it happened right there to Taylor Smart. Well, Taylor Smart probably used to that, but not on the road. He sees that a lot at home back in Amarillo. Kevin Taylor in the batter's box. He's got 2 hits on the day. 2 for 3. The pitch misses inside. So Devontre Richardson picks up another hit with the Amarillo hop, we'll call it. That's 1 ball and no strikes to Kevin Taylor. The delivery. J.U.D. and no strikes. All of a sudden, McCune, Laredo Lemurs. McCune throws home. 3 balls and 1 strike, so another fastball from McCune there. Peterson's at third base, Morrison at second, Richardson at first for Laredo. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on a pop-up, shallow left. Coming in quickly is Vic. Going out is Taylor Smart. Who's it going to be? Vic called. That'll do it for the Lemurs. So they come up with 1 run. They have 2 hits. There were no errors and 3 left. We're going to the top of the 9th. The Lemurs looking to shut this one down. They're up 5-2.
Professional skills and hands-on training, human resources at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working an exciting new career in business administration on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Water Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Water Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Hey, Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS.
Our largest water slides. Real proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area. Huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at TexasInflatableRentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slides.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
All right, for the Thunderheads, it's going to be Geraldo Valentin, Tyler Earps, and Taylor Smart coming up to the plate. For the Lemurs, John Berbria taking over on the Berbria up there, ready to close. He throws a strike there on the end. Second in the league. A line drive in the left field. And Tyler Earps coming up to the plate. Heads. So Brian Peterson walks back behind home plate. We'll be ready to go here in just a moment. Earps 0 for 3 on the day. A ground out to the pitcher, a fly out to center, and a pop up to second base. He's got a slightly open stance, batting from the left side, and a runner at first base. He'll take a swing here and miss. Home plate umpire Art Thigpen says he fouled the ball off into the glove of the catcher Brian Peterson. Tyler Earps starts the day batting .273. Berbria with a long hold, and now he'll throw home. That one's swung, and that's fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. Earps is now 0 for his last 6 if you take him back to the game on July 9th against Joplin. He did not play in yesterday's ball game against the Laredo Lemurs. He's got those red socks all the way up to his kneecaps. Got that bright red helmet on as the Amarillo Thunderheads. A whole new team this year. They went from the Amarillo Sox to the Thunderheads from last season to this year. The 0-2 pitch swung on and popped up. That may be playable for Peterson. He'll go back to the screen, and it is going to indeed get back into the stands. Sometimes those balls will go straight up in the air, and then they look like they're going to stay in play. And then all of a sudden they take off and get out of play. They got to get out of here. 5-2 Laredo. Berbria goes back and cleans his spikes off real quick. He'll re-toe the rubber. Works from the third base side of the rubber, does Brebs. And a runner at first base and nobody out. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Earps. He swings and grounds this one over to Medeiros on 2 hops. He'll flip to Valdez for 1. Back over to first base. It's a close play, but the Lemurs turn the double play. Nicely done there by Laredo. Medeiros had to back up on that one just a little bit to get a good hop. If he would have tried to charge it, he probably would have got an in-between hop. But instead, he gets a good hop and is able to start the double play ball. Taylor Smart coming up now, and he's the final hope for the Amarillo Thunderheads in this ball game. 5-2 Lemurs. 2 down in the top of the 9th inning. So Brebria will kick high and throw home, and that pitch is outside for a ball. Brebria looking for his 7th save of the year. If he's able to get this final out, he'll be able to do so. Remember, the Lemurs and the Thunderheads tomorrow at 6 o'clock. A 6 o'clock start on Sunday. The 1-0 pitch. Low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Taylor Smart. Smart on the day. He has a base hit and 2 strikeouts. The 2-0. Swung and fouled off the catcher. Actually, it got the home plate umpire, it looks like. One of them got it, I know that. I heard a pop off of somebody's chest protector down there. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Brebria waiting a little bit. So is Brian Peterson for Art Thigpen to feel a little bit better. Now Smart back into the batter's box. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lemurs are a strike away from getting this victory. So Smart thinking things over before he gets back into the batter's box. And Brebria working out of the windup with nobody on base. He shakes off once to Peterson. Now he'll get a pitch that he likes. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled back. So we'll do another 2-2 pitch. The wind has shifted here at Laredo. It was blowing over into the stands in left field. Now it's blowing out towards left. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Lemurs are playing a wraparound series with Amarillo, so the last game of the series will be on Monday. And Brebria winds and throws on the 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and that's going to do it. The Lemurs have won the game by a 5-2 score. We'll take a timeout, come back with the post-game show. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
All right, we're heading down to the field for Cameron Songer.
I started the season a little late. It's been a while to come along the legs and everything. That's a good night. think we're good. Our pitching staff's amazing. We haven't really picked on the bats that much, so I feel like we're starting to get comfortable. And good for guys that shooting it's not the same guys every night. You get everybody to do their part and win a baseball game.
Thanks, Brian. Fans will see you here tomorrow night. Lemurs and Thunderheads play a 6 p.m. start. We'll see you then.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific Boys and Girls Club. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer coming to you from Uni-Trade Stadium as the Lemurs pick up a win tonight and they even up the series at 1 game apiece. They win tonight with 5 runs on 11 hits. They made 1 error in the ball game. Amarillo had 2 runs on 9 hits. There were no errors by them here this evening. The game was played in 2 hours and 39 minutes in front of a crowd of 1,783 people here in Laredo, Texas. So the Lemurs doing well here this evening. It started off with Henry Garcia on the mound. Garcia ends up getting the win tonight for Laredo. He goes 5 innings, gives up 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked a batter and struck out 3. John Brebbia locks down the save, his 7th of the year. Thunderheads. And let's talk a little bit about the offense tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. First, we'll start off with the scoring for Amarillo as they got on the board first in the game. Jason Martin with 1 out picked up a double in the 3rd inning. He would later be brought home by a single by Stefan Gartrell there in the 3rd for a 1-0 Amarillo lead. Then in the bottom of the 3rd inning, the Lemurs would come out with Jared Medeiros would pick up a base. He would walk to go to first base. And then Brian Peterson would pick up his 1,000th hit of his career with a base hit into right center field in the 3rd inning to put runners at first and second base for the Laredo Lemurs. Ty Morrison would be the next batter up. He would single. That would bring home Medeiros. And then Devontre Richardson would lay down a sac bunt. That would move Brian Peterson up as well at third base for Brian Peterson. And then Dustin Geiger would come up. He would hit into a fielder's choice, and that would score Brian Peterson. That would give the Lemurs a 2-1 lead there after 3 innings. Well, the Lemurs would get back in on the board in the bottom of the 5th inning when Brian Peterson would come up again, and he would hit a solo home run this time. So not only did he pick up his 1,000th hit here tonight, he also picked up a solo home run. And then in the 5th inning, continuing with one out, Devontae Richardson would hit a home run as well. So the Lemurs picked up 2 runs in the 5th to make it a 4-1 ball game. And then in the top of the 6th inning, the Thunderheads would get back on the board, a double by Juan Martinez to start things off, and then Stefan Gartrell would come up. He would reach, and there would be an error by the outfielder, Dennis Phipps. He had overrun the baseball, and that would allow the runner Martinez to come in to score. So that's how the Amarillo Thunderheads got their second run of the ball game. That's all they would get for the rest of the night. The Lemurs would pick up one more run in the 8th inning to extend the lead. A one-out walk to Jeudy Valdez. He would steal second. He would steal third. And then Brian Peterson would single to drive him home. So Brian Peterson, the player of the game all the way around, ends up going 3 for 3 on the night. He grabbed 2 runs and had 2 RBIs, and he picked up his 1,000th hit of his career here this evening. So it was fun to watch Brian Peterson here tonight. I'm sure you saw him there in the postgame show, and we'll try to talk to him tomorrow before the broadcast and get him on as the pregame show guest before tomorrow night's game when Matt Lucen hits the hill for the Laredo Lemurs. So that's it for the broadcast. Well, actually, we got to do the scoreboard, don't we? That is not it for the broadcast. Let's do the scoreboard here before we get out of here, and then we'll call it a night. Some exciting things going on around the American Association tonight. In fact, all the games are in the books here this evening. Fargo beat Ottawa today 4-2. That's an interleague matchup. The Ottawa champions are from the Can-Am League. Winnipeg over St. Paul, 4-3 is your final there. Lincoln Salt Dogs, they walk off the Grand Prairie Airhogs. They win 8-7 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gary beat Sioux Falls today 4-1, and the Joplin Blasters jump all over the Sioux City Explorers. Joplin has now won 2 in a row against Sioux City, and Joplin wins that game 10-1. Wichita over Kansas City tonight, a 2-1 final there. And you know the final here from Laredo, Texas. The Lemurs 5, the Amarillo Thunderheads 2. So the Lemurs will look to grab another victory tomorrow. They are now 25-24 on the season, so a game above 500. And we can take a quick look at the standings, as everything, like I said, is in the books here tonight. So we should have an update on the standings in the American Association as the night comes to an end. We do. Joplin in the South Division they're 27-17. They are in first place. Wichita is in second place at 26-21. They're 2.5 games back. The Lemurs at 25-24 are 4.5 games out. Amarillo sitting at 23-24. They're 5.5 games back. And then Grand Prairie sitting at the bottom at 18-31 on the year. They're 11.5 games out in the South Division. So that's going to do it for the broadcast now. Like I said, tomorrow, make sure you tune in early. A 6 o'clock start here in Laredo, Texas. We'll be on the air around 5:45, depending on if we depict that the game's actually going to get started on time. So we'll go ahead and see you tomorrow night for the broadcast, as the Lemurs will send Matt Lucen to the mound looking for another victory here in Laredo, Texas. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. For Cameron Songer, my name is Bill Harrington. Have a very good night.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas, Tokyo Garden, to Alice. Join us